last one to admit it. Bobby Walsh is certainly a remarkable young man. The affable Marywood College freshman, who was born with cerebral palsy, uses a complex computer system to communicate his thoughts.
Hi, Bobby. I wanted to ask you some questions about your feelings about coming to Marywood. And so I wonder if maybe we could start by you're telling us something about what your hopes were when you decided to come here.
Some of my hopes when I started at Marywood were, first, to be successful. Second, that the professors would give me an even chance. Third, that I would prove to everyone I was capable of doing the work.
Okay. Do you think those hopes have been fulfilled for you?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Especially, I wonder about, do you feel like you got the professors gave you an even chance, particularly?
Yes.
What were the fears that you had?
Some of my fears when I started at Marywood were that I might not be able to keep with the pace, that everyone wouldn't accept me on my ability, not my disability. Just going from high school to college was frightening for me.
Now that you finished your first year at Marywood, what are your hopes as you continue? What are you hoping for as you continue?
My further wishes as I continue here at Marywood are, I hope all my hard work will help others realize they too can go to college and reach their dreams like I intend to do.
Bobby, a computer science major, recently completed his first year of college in fine fashion, receiving a 3.25 grade point average. However, his 3.25 grade point average doesn't begin to tell the whole story. In fact, Bobby's high intellectual capacity is only one of the reasons that he was accepted at all 4 colleges and universities to which he applied.
You know, most times when I meet you, we're talking about Bobby's academic work, his success in school. And I know from being with Bobby, there's a whole lot more to his personality. And so today I'd like to talk about some of the things that Bobby does away from home. I'm kind of anxious as to know what might be some of his hobbies or his interests that he has. And let's talk a little bit about that.
Bobby loves to bowl. He belongs to the Up and Down Bowling League, and they're persons with disabilities and persons without disabilities. And they bowl once a week. They have trophies, and they have a banquet. And on Friday night, my husband and I are a bowling team, and Bobby's our manager, and he more or less tells us where to stand, what to do, where we're doing wrong, and then we won the bowling chip championship this past year. He likes to swim. He uses a life jacket to swim.
How about when Bobby was in high school? Didn't he attend a prom?
Oh, yes. He went to the senior prom, and he was so thrilled. I think he danced with everybody in his class at that prom, and I feel he feels it was one of his joys of his whole high school year.
Bobby seems to have a lot of friends. You know, he tells us about these friends. Friends that he made here at Marywood, friends that he's made out in the public. How do you account for that?
Bobby's really an outgoing person. He has that big smile, and no matter where he goes, he says hello with his liberator and asks them how they're doing in school, and how he loves sports. And when he goes on Notre Dame bus trips, they have a lot of fun. They talk and sing songs, and he just enjoys talking and communicating with people. He's really a politician. I call him a walking politician. When the governor was running, Governor Clinton was running, during his campaign, he came to Scranton Wilkes-Barre Airport, and Bobby insisted that he was going to get down to see him. So I don't know how we done it, but we got Bobby was running, Governor Clinton was running during his campaign. He came to Scranton Wilkes-Barre Airport, and Bobby insists that he was going to get down to see him. So I don't know how we done it, but we got Bobby right up front, and as soon as the governor got through talking, for some reason or other, he came right down to Bobby. He put his arms around Bobby, gave Bobby the biggest hug, and he told Bobby that he had a friend that had cerebral palsy. And when I looked, these tears were streaming down the president's face. And Bobby said after, he said, if he's elected, I can always say that I had got a hug from the president.
The internal makeup of Bobby, including his love for life and his innate ability to make friends, also caught the attention of college admission counselors in several colleges. So when Bobby chose Marywood College, he did so with the same conviction that helped him succeed both academically and socially at West Scranton High School. There, he was a member of the National Honor Society and was voted the most popular boy of the senior class. As a communicator, Bobby has consistently demonstrated an uncanny ability to make his point known in a succinct manner. A conversation with Bobby reveals not only his intelligence, but also his heartfelt sense of humor. As a matter of fact, one newspaper columnist from the Scranton Times, who has closely chronicled Bobby's life, insists that Bobby's great communication skills will someday land him the job as mayor of the city. Like any other college student, Bobby must meet high academic standards, and taking tests is part of the process. Certain allowances for time are made in Bobby's case, but tests are the same as those taken by other Marywood freshmen. In most respects, Bobby is no different from any other student at Marywood College, and his days are filled with the same trials and tribulations that seem to be common among all freshmen.
If I were to enter text, all right, if I were to enter text, meaning it's not yet there, I'd like to enter text and I'd like to have underlined, made bold and center. What do I do?
F6. Type your information F6. Escape. Use arrows F8. F12. Use arrows hold. Shift. F6.
Okay, very good.
Computer science, like many majors, is a hands-on discipline. So modifications were needed to be made by Marywood College's Academic Computer Center to ensure Bobby full access to the college's vast computer system.
The OVR has purchased a TTAM, and the Walshes have purchased a second TTAM for Bobby to use in communicating with the computers at Marywood. The TTAM is simply a mechanism that takes the input from the Liberator and translates it to keystrokes on the computer. In this way, Bobby can communicate with the computer without having to touch the keyboard. He can log into the system just like this. After he logs in, he's able to access menus and work with the programs just as if he was using the keyboard. Bobby has one at home that he's able to do the same thing with. Marywood's VAX has modems attached to them so that users in the campus can log in and get access to email and our library system. Bobby has a modem at home attached to his computer so that he can dial in and get access to faculty through the campus email and also to search the library catalog. This way, Bobby's not encumbered by his lack of mobility.
Bobby, because of his strong will and determination, has already had several opportunities offered him upon graduation. With the recent passing of the Americans with Disabilities Act and Bobby's ability to aim for the stars, the future looks brighter than ever for the son of Joseph and Catherine Walsh. A true communicator in every sense of the word, he will pursue his sophomore year at Marywood College.